Hi everyone, my name is Akash. I did my undergraduate in BTech Computer Science from Amrita University in India, and I'm currently doing my master's in Computer and Information Technology from Purdue University in the US. I started scouting for my university when I decided that I want to do my master's abroad, and obviously Yocket was a great resource for that. I had a look at the profiles on Yocket, the rankings on sites like Top University, QS rankings. And beyond the initial phase of sorting universities by rank, I had to go through each university's course material to see if they aligned with my goals. And based on all this research, I shortlisted around 8 universities, and I applied to universities in both the US and Canada. So I was not sure of which one to choose. So I postponed that decision until my admits came. The course that I'm studying in Purdue right now is called Computer and Information Technology. It is slightly different from computer science by the fact that this program is much more flexible and interdisciplinary. The reason why I chose CIT over CS is because this program's goals seem to resonate more with my thoughts. I was more an application-oriented guy, and I also wanted to have a bit of business-related studies in my graduate coursework. So that's the reason why I took CIT. I was a software engineer prior to starting my graduate studies. So I was working with Cisco in Bangalore. And right from the beginning, I always knew that I wanted to do my graduate studies because there's a lot in computer science that one can explore. And your undergraduate degree isn't enough at all times. So and the coursework over here, right now I'm specializing in emerging technologies, and I'm getting to work on subjects that I have not been previously exposed to. So I think this will broaden my perspectives, and hence I got started with this. As I mentioned, I'm specializing in emerging technologies, and my advisor's work primarily revolves around virtual systems, AR, VR, XR, and the intersection of these technologies with every other aspects of computing. To code a few of my coursework over here, I'm doing my courses in bioinformatics, natural language technologies, advanced network security, and all of these different topics that cover a breadth of ideas. So I'm not into any specialization because I want my coursework to be broad, and this course perfectly fits my requirement for that. The primary reason why I chose to come to the US is actually because of the university and not the country itself. I had applied to great colleges in Canada and got admits from them. But after I got my admits, I understood the fact that ranks do not mean everything. It's more about the coursework and what you want to do down the line. So the program that I had at Purdue was like my best pick, and hence I chose the US. Most of the universities that I applied to back when I did in fall 2020, they required GRE. Right now, a lot of those universities have waived them off. So I had to take TOEFL, GRE, and I started it quite early. I started it around the month of July and was almost done with all my applications by September. The criteria was not different from the usual ones. I had to submit LORs, SOPs, my test scores, my resume, and things of that sort. So that was the basic admission process. So my timeline started off with, started somewhere around June in 2020, where I started preparing for my exams. I gave my exams in July. Towards the end of July, I was done with both GRE and TOEFL. I started my applications in early August, where I was working on my SOP, LOR, and all of those things. A few universities had opened their application portals around mid-August, where I started applying to them as soon as they opened it. For a few of them, it extended up to September and maybe early October, but by the mid-October, I was done with all my applications. I wanted to be quite fast because I had a pressure of the previous batches deferring their admissions. So I wanted to make sure that my application got into their bucket as soon as possible. What I'm currently doing is a graduate assistantship. So I came to Purdue and then started looking for opportunities. A graduate assistantship is more like a job rather than uh, when comparing it to a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship. So I'm working on actual tasks in Purdue and building software, and I'm compensated quite well for that. It includes my tuition fee and a monthly stipend. Not really. I've taken my classes in such a way that I have like 2 days, 2 full days reserved for the classes, and the remaining 3 days for my part time. So far, I've been able to manage them quite well, but I hope it remains the same. When I came here, I mean, the it's just been like 6 months, and the memory is still quite vivid. So I was obviously overwhelmed to look at the scale at which things are happening out here. Everything here happens at scale. And it was great to meet a lot of new students because I had been working from home for more than a year and I was quite secluded. So things were great. The courses went good. And the best thing about Purdue is the college does not have a lot of opinions and lets you carve your path out. So you can choose your coursework, design your plan of study, and your advisors are more than happy to help you with that. The coursework here is great. The alumni network that Purdue has is one among the best in the US. So yeah, it's been a great experience out here. So the job scope out here is quite good. At least for me, it's been kind to me. I've bagged an internship with Microsoft for the upcoming summer. I'll be working as a program manager with them, and I hope that'll be the same path for my full time as well.